Thunder Goose podcast. I don't think we.
Goose
You know what's funny?
Podcast.
We recorded the microsode already.
Welcome to Thunder Goose Podcast. I thought I'd try something different and not yell.
That's sweet of you.
Fucking Science Thunder Goose Podcast, you stupid idiots.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think we announced that it was Thunder Goose podcast in the microsode. I think we just recorded it and went on, which is fine.
That's fine.
People, if you're on our page, hopefully you know who we are. So
You should know.
okay. So how? Okay, Joel.
My bad, dude.
How do you want to do this? You have something?
So
there?
we're gonna obviously. So this week and last week, anime is shorter. We're already doing 3 episodes, so it's already shorter. But then last week, Mashle had recap. This week, Hell's Paradise is a break.
Yeah,
take a break. So we only have 2. So we're gonna try to fill the time. Maybe we might talk a little bit more about Zelda. Maybe we don't need to do that. We did talk about it last time.
It's
We'll
still
figure it out.
amazing. There it is.
I want to say something. I found something on Etsy when I was looking for a gift for my mom. Mom, you don't watch this, which I'm thankful for because I swear on here, and I know you don't like that. But
is this for your mom?
no, it's for me because I found it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look like a weakling in here. I'm just trying not to show you my address. I have no idea what this is gonna be. So context is my mother showed me a TV show called Alf. Do you remember
Yeah,
Alf?
yeah. Alf the orange.
Alf
yeah.
is. Oh, look at this, dude. That's a real card. I think that's a Ninja Turtle card.
This is like.
That's like an old school player's card.
Whoa, that's cool.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah,
Show
this
to the
is
camera. I don't know if they'll be
from
able to see
Ninja
it.
Turtles, like the movie too.
Oh my god, I'm actually scared to open these.
What are those? Those cards?
These are cards, Alf cards, and I wanted to open these with you. These are tops, so these are actual fucking real cards.
Oh, these are cool. How much did you have to pay for this?
I paid nothing for these. I mean, like, it was literally under $5. So I don't think that these are worth anything. But once we open these, I will look. But we can each open 2.
New Bella baseball card inside.
Isn't this insane? This is just insane to me. So I just wanted to do this. These are old, right? This
1987.
This doesn't feel.
No, this is wax paper. It's 1987.
Yeah, this is real.
So,
This is so. Let's do it.
Let's see.
I'll let you go first. Oh my god, I'm like scared a little bit that there's anthrax in here or something.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
a
even.
piece of fucking chewing gum. Ew. The fuck is this?
Oh my goodness!
Look at this.
They're
It's just a
Alf
piece of his
cards.
face.
Oh, Joel, this is amazing. This is
Dude, so they're
oh.
just quotes. Mine are just quotes. Are yours quotes too? They're
Yeah.
like quotes of the movie. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to give some of these to my mom. But this, okay. Oh my god, is
If
this
we're gonna play
build
hide and
this?
seek, you have to cover your eyes, as the karate experts say. Ouch!
So stupid, dude. I can't believe there's a piece of gum. Did you? Oh, you had a piece of gum too.
Yeah, it's
You want to try to eat it?
Mm.
I'm not going to. You going to? How hard is it? It's like a rock, right? Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, I
no,
don't
we're
want to
good,
do
we're
that.
good.
I'm good
I
on
think
that.
this is amazing, by the way, Joel. I think this is so effing cool, man.
What the fuck? I think it's his leg. I don't even know if I never met a cat I didn't like for dinner. Dude.
Ugh, this gum is brown.
Is it? Is it stuck on there? Oh god.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, we don't need those anyway. That's fucking just pieces of him. I don't care about
I
that.
think we already have. Oh, are they their legs?
I think that's his legs.
Is this a bow tie, or am I being choked by a snake in
Yeah.
formal
Okay,
wear?
so I do have some that are the similar ones. So maybe I'll give some of those to my mom.
Watch out, Spuds. The real party animal has arrived.
Ooh, dude, this one is like this is a good one. Check this out, guys.
Oh, man, get this graded.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna get a few of them graded. For
I mean,
sure,
they're
this
all
one.
water damaged a little bit. Or not
Yeah.
water damaged, but like sun damaged, so they probably aren't like, you know what I mean? But like, hey,
Hey, you may
this
never
is
know.
this is pretty freaking sick, dude.
Isn't this so funny? I found this on Etsy. I didn't even know that people made these things.
No,
Yo.
Joel, what a good get, dude.
Right? Just so funny. Like you should look up stuff like I genuinely feel that there's like a whole community that sell like I don't know, people are just like, "Oh, I have these. I don't really want these anymore."
Just trying to offload old cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, for cheap or something. That's worth a shot.
Yeah,
Etsy does that.
Literally
Yeah.
$5. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, if someone made these, and then they have to be real though. They're so fucking old.
I think
I
they're
did
not-
not expect these to be real. I thought this was gonna be a joke. I thought
Yeah.
this was a gag thing. That's why I bought it, because I was like, okay, $5 for like 4 packs of cards. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like this is damaged, which sucks ass. Because I bet this would actually be worth something. Maybe. Well, no,
I
is
don't
that
know.
new?
I think
Tiny
I think
tuning
these are
materials.
all like super promotional materials. That
No, yeah, it's
everyone got.
promotion. Well, this again,
You know.
to the specific someone.
Like they might have
If
been
you like
free.
Alf, if you're like an Alf collector, hit me up in the chat. Maybe I can send you a few of these things. So
for free.
well,
You pay for shipping.
you'll pay for shipping.
You cheap bitch. Not you. The
Yeah, you cheap bitch. Well, that was that. Well, we can talk about other stuff. Thanks for going with that journey. So that was literally a YouTube bit. I am so sorry, guys.
No,
was
it's fun.
for the
It's fun.
YouTubes.
That's why I was saying some of the quotes in the mic.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
call. Thank you for being smart.
You're good. You're good. We're good. We should talk about anime though, dude.
Let's do it.
Because anime.
Let's fuck.
Because I know we only had
Do
2
it.
episodes this week, but I'm gonna reveal my hand real quick. They're both 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, they're both 10 out of 10s for me too.
They're both 10 out of 10s. Like there's one that's clearly a little higher of a 10 out of 10.
It's like a 10.5, maybe
yeah,
11.
like a 10.9, 10.4, 1080.
10.9, 10.4.
SSX, it's tricky. Come on, it's tricky. Yeah, they're both 10 out of 10s. It's kind of hard to say otherwise. Like, let's just get into Demon Slayer, since that's what we're doing. Did you write summaries or no? If you didn't, we're good.
I did not.
All right, so Demon Slayer. This episode is called.
Oh, you say, "Hey, I'll do this for you."
No, you're good. It's okay. I have only watched this episode. I would probably say once all the way through. But this is my favorite character, my favorite Hashira, in the show, and this episode is kind of it kind of validates my opinion. I think finally, because all we've known is this punk ass kid otherwise.
Right.
So the episode is episode 8 of season 3, Demon Slayer, the Mu and Muichiro. This begins immediately.
Stands for mucus.
Mucus and Muichiro. No. This begins immediately with where the last one left off, which was Muichiro kind of getting out of the water prison. He's super winded. Kotetsu's super bloody. And then there's fish demons that attack. Muichiro gets away by a backstory, transforms, and then begins to fight Gyoko. That is the basic gist of the episode. Now, can we talk about the backstory?
No. That's not what we do here.
The backstory is so sad.
Dude, this anime had me crying.
Yeah. It's not as dark as Genya's and Sanemi's, or Genya Sanemi, or what was his last name?
I don't know.
I don't know. The guy that had 5 of his brothers killed in that one instant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if that's obviously very sad.
Yeah. It's not.
But they didn't dive. Yeah. If they would have shown you all of those kids' lives for 12 minutes and then killed them, obviously we'd feel way more.
Yeah.
Which is what they did here. They show you the whole backstory, and dude, it's a doozy.
Well, it's a doozy because it starts with his parents dying,
right?
And then at the grave, basically, he remembers. Well, so here's the deal. Muichiro is an amnesiac, right? And this is him remembering everything. He's actually remembering his own past finally.
Yeah.
Because being shocked into amnesia after this event makes total sense. A lot of people would probably want to never remember what happened with what Muichiro went through.
Who are you, dog?
We first find out that his parents died. Then we find out that actually Muichiro
was sick. Dad went out to go get some leaves.
Yep, so herbs.
And they both died that night.
So the mom slips away because of sickness. The dad slips in the rain off a cliff, trying to get herbs for the mom. So that's the first he remembers, and that kind of closes a chapter at first, which is kind of traumatic to lose both your parents in one night. But
yeah, kinda.
Right. But the show doesn't stop there, and the show's actually there's way more trauma to be had. Let's go again. And so then Muichiro remembers he had a brother, a twin brother named Yurichiro, who is kind of the callous side, because what we end up seeing in that backstory was a nice kid, a kid that loved his parents, was very sympathetic and apologetic, and the Muichiro we know right now is very cold and callous.
It's the exact opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
So then we meet his twin brother, Yuichiro, who is much more callous and kind of like Muichiro, now at least. And that is pretty crazy or pretty sad, to be honest.
Mhm.
But the thing that gets me is the outspoken part where the brother finally yells and breaks down
Yeah.
when Oyata Okaya. What's the lady's name? Oyata Sama. I can't remember
I
the
don't know.
wife. Oh, sorry, the guy's name is Oyata or whatever. But his wife that comes to try and recruit them.
Yeah, say it for people who maybe haven't read it and don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's the main chief of the Demon Slayers.
No, it's
wife.
it's the blind guy.
Yeah, it's his wife.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, just say that though. Say that and then say his name.
Oh,
because some
okay.
people are like me, and I'm like, "Who the fuck
Totally,
are you
totally.
talking about?"
I would have said that after. I just changed the order. Sure. So there's an outburst that kind of breaks their relationship permanently, essentially, right?
Yeah. Well, I was like pretty brokenhearted on that because you can see like when he's saying like, "Dude, like you're so dumb for like thinking this way," or like the fact that you have, you're just like mom, you're just like dad, who died because of their optimism, right? So you can just see, and they obviously dive way more into this, but you can just see there even just like some of these like cracks like in him, like he's just like, literally everyone who I cared about has died because they have cared too much.
Yeah.
And so he for sure has shut down, and then now he's beating pretty much that into his
brother
Muichiro's head.
Muichiro and Yurichiro.
That's right.
I didn't like how similar.
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's always
Yuichiro.
Why the fuck do people do that with twins? Why do y'all do that?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's also a TV show.
It's like hard enough. No, but people do that all the time. It's like this is Alan and this is Alan. It's just spelled differently. You're like, what the
Alan
fuck?
with one L, Alan with two
Why
L's.
would you do that to yourself?
This is Alan. This is Alan. Come on, don't you get it? Look at him.
I couldn't think. I used the wrong. I said Alan, and I was like, "Fuck! What's close to Alan? Ballin?
This
Like
is Alan and Malin? I don't know.
and
Yeah.
Melon.
Alan and Melon. That's much better.
This is my kid Melon. Honestly, you wouldn't be surprised. No offense if your name's Melon out there.
Melon and Magellan. There we go. So they have so eventually there's one hot night, and this is framed.
Whoa.
This is it's like
They
really hot.
Do they kiss?
No, it's the two brothers are sleeping. The door's open. Like it's sweating. They're both super tired. And like this is, I want to talk to you about this because the framing of this, the cinematography of it was very well done.
Yeah.
With all of a sudden the demon just being in the room.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh God, you know?
Fuck, dude.
Hey,
this was for sure a part of the story. I'm like, I don't even remember what the fuck happens right now.
You don't? Oh, dude, this.
Well, I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, I do now because I watched it.
This story was like ingrained in my mind. I was like, that's super. Well, I'm also a twin, but like that's super traumatized. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the demon goes right for Muichiro. But Yurichiro jumps in front and takes the first hit, losing his arm.
Yeah, so this is something I gotta say. Demon Slayer as an anime is by far superior than the manga, just because of how they can visually show you like the arm flipping off, the music like hitting its crescendo,
with the arm
the
flying
blood
into the
splatter.
wall.
Yeah, I mean like the sound effects of everything, like this is, and not a lot of animes I feel like amplify the manga, because the manga is an amazing story, but like everything, the reason this anime is so fucking good is because of the manga. But I'm saying that this anime amplifies that in all the best ways, whereas something like Hell's Paradise, I think the anime takes away from the manga, to be honest. And then I think Mashle is one of the first ones I've seen that's like on par. Like I would tell people to watch it and read it because I think they're equally as good.
Yep.
So I don't know. Anyway, sorry. The arm.
No.
What got me was the arm just when he cuts it and goes, whoop, whoop, and then goes splat, and I was like, God damn.
There were several times where I was like, this is just a 24-minute movie we're watching.
Yeah, I know. Like, dude, the budget on these things.
Yeah.
Literally, I will say this too. I don't know. I think we've talked about it a tiny bit. This is the greatest 3D animation ever made, I think. I think that Vash, what the fuck is it? The
Dragon Stampede.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they're onto something for sure, but it's all 3D animation, so that's why it works. If you were doing hand drawn with that shit, I think it would look like dog shit, honestly. I think it would pull me out a lot. But this is so crazy. What they do, like the things that I feel like it's like the nuances are almost like 3D. That's like the vase. you know, and then like the eyes. I mean, the
it's
characters
not
as
the
a whole.
focal, like it's a focal point, but it's not like the.
It's not the main.
But it's still they've somehow managed to blend it in
Yeah.
well enough.
It just doesn't feel. You're not like, oh, what the fuck. If anything, you're like, well, that's beautiful.
I guess the way
that's crazy.
I guess it's a true. It feels like a true meshing of the mediums, like 3D and 2D.
So I hope people take note.
Which I guess is like what Octopath Traveler is, but. Well, I got it in here.
Octopath Traveler 2 is the best game of the year for Luke.
It's I don't actually. We'll have that conversation later. I don't know if it's better than Tears of the Kingdom now. But anyways, we'll get back to that.
No, that one's gonna be the game of the year for everyone.
That's probably everyone's game of the year. I just
Psych,
for me
it's gonna
personally,
be fucking Armored Core for me, almost 100%.
I think I want to play that. I mean, that's Well,
I think I want to play.
I think. Well, we'll get to a discussion on game. Okay, let's do this real quick. For me, real quick before we'll get back to Demon Slayer real quick. For me, I still need to figure out how I feel finally about Resident Evil 4. I want to get to that Dead Space remake. I want to seriously analyze Octopath 2, Zelda, and then
Armored Core.
Those are like the games.
There's also like Kings of the Fallen or whatever.
The Fallen is not a game I'm excited for. I hated the first one. I won't like this one probably too.
This one looks insane. It looks like literally Dark Souls.
The first one looked like Dark Souls too, and it was ass.
Oh, was it not good?
No, it was not good at all. It was terrible. It was awful. I hate that first one. Was not that good.
I can't wait for you to eat your words.
I am fully prepared for this one to be great. I have no problem if it is great.
Oh, there's that other one I think it's going to come out this year too. Remember the roguelike one? Or I don't know if it's roguelike, but
the medieval one?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is.
I don't know even what it is, but I think that comes out this year. Also, I'm not going to lie, guys. Trepang 2 comes out this year. That might be, I don't think it's going to be my game of the year, but it's going to be probably one of like my fan favorites of the year.
Absolutely. I'm into that. You should definitely let me know and I'll do it with you.
Well, no, we'll stream it. That's what we'll do, I think.
So those are the games like I'm trying to figure out how to seriously thoughtfully put in a list.
Yeah.
Like I will be very clear. Tears of the Kingdom's gonna be high on that list.
I love people were like, what the fuck are they talking about? We were just talking about Demon Slayer.
It's a deviation. I said let's get it out of the way now. Let's do it now. Let's do it because I don't want like Tears of the Kingdom will be high up on that list. Absolutely. Octopath Traveler 2, high up on that list. RE4, high up on that list. Okay. I have no idea how to slot those. Right now, Octopath 2 is my top
all
seed.
The games that you listed are gonna be top tier this.
I think Dead Space has a chance to be on the bottom of that list, but on that list,
I don't even think it's gonna be on that list.
I think it's. I love Dead Space, but
I know, but like, have you whatever?
I've seen it's just a remake. That's mostly what it is, though. Okay, okay. And Armored Core is like a wild card still. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's gonna be great quality. I just don't know.
Yeah, no, it's for sure a wild card.
And then I know this is. Okay, I will include this, but if the Elden Ring DLC is on point enough. I want to have that conversation.
I'm going to throw this out here right now. I'm putting my foot down. No more fucking DLCs.
What's wrong?
As game of the year. It's not a full game. It is a piece of a game. So we can have a separate section for that, but it is not a full game.
I think it's whatever we want it to to
No.
Expansion.
The definition of a video game is not a DLC.
Okay.
If they gave you just a DLC without Elden Ring, would that be good?
No, let's meet in the middle. So let's talk about that because Monster Hunters, those expansions basically stand on their own, right?
Okay, one game.
No, but that was my one game last year, and you gave me shit for that too.
Yeah, I know.
And now you're saying it's okay. Now I want to draw the line between DLC and expansion. Okay.
Okay.
DLC being just a tacked on additional content. Right. Expansion being basically an additional package on the game. You know what I mean? Expansion is a full. Like another half of a game on top of it.
Right.
That's how Monster Hunter's treated, right? Because that's what it is, right? Because you have another
expansion.
It's like doubling the game size for Monster Hunter.
Fair enough.
So if now here's the qualifier. If Elden Ring's DLC is like that, if it is something that
let's say right now what it will qualify it to be that. Is it one legacy dungeon?
I would need to have at least 2 legacy dungeons.
Okay, 2 legacy dungeons.
At least 2 areas to explore.
Okay.
And I would need some new endings.
Okay.
I'm talking about a big. I'm talking about a big.
I actually kind of like that.
I'm not talking about like the Iron Throne in Dark Souls 2. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
talking about like the old hunters, like Bloodborne, which is like 5 more bosses, about doubling the amount of weapons, adding in entirely new like 5 like layered zone. You know, like a ton of stuff. Not 5 layer, but like 5 more zones. Right. You know, like that's what I would qualify as an expansion.
Cool.
Now.
Okay.
Souls games typically do expansion style things.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3 didn't, but Dark Souls 1 did. And I guess you can't really say Dark Souls 2 did, but if they were all together, it'd be 1.
So Dark Souls 1 did it. Good job. And
Dark Souls 1
nah.
and Bloodborne have done it.
Do we think we're going to get it? Oh, I guess Bloodborne.
So, and then if you want to count I don't know how big you want to count the not the Ashes of Ariandel, but the other part, the Ring City. If you would count that the size of an expansion, I think it's on the little small side, but
it's small, and I didn't really like it.
Neither did I. Everyone else did, but I didn't.
I did not like it.
But I would say that would probably be lingering on that kind of line too.
Okay.
So that's it. So if the Elden Ring expansion is what it is what it's going to be, right? If it's big enough, then I want to count that as well. I know that was a huge deviation.
Wow. Now that everyone is gone,
so Demon
we were
Slayer.
talking about anime.
I know. We talked about it. We fought about it. We loved about it. We're here. So, Demon Slayer then goes, like, I want to be clear, we do not touch on Nezuko. We don't touch on Tanjiro. We don't touch on any of that at all this episode.
I know. I was actually really surprised.
I was very happy they did that.
I mean, I was too, but I was like pretty surprised that they didn't like throw him in at all.
Yeah. I'm glad they gave us this little like 3-arc thing of Muichiro because I've really, or I guess like 2.5, but whatever. I've loved it so far.
Mm-hmm. So do you even remember where the fuck we were?
Yeah, I do actually. Okay. Yeah. So, so what ends up actually happening, so after the alarm gets cut off, they kind of retreat into a corner, and the demon says something like, your lives are pointless, right? And then
we're there. That's so funny.
I
thought we were way further.
No, we're like in the most traumatic moment ever. Like the brother's
yeah.
arm, like Muichiro and Yuichiro are cowering in a corner, like Yuichiro's screaming because he's missing an arm and crying in pain. And like the demon says, like, hey, you guys, your life's pointless. I can do whatever I want. Like you just don't matter. And then the show does what the manga does.
Ends.
It does a cutaway, and but the show adds one thing, and the show added that Muichiro's they gave us a face to his scream, and the chills, just chills,
absolutely chills,
because Muichiro freaking wallops this demon to hell and back like 100 times, dude. Like it's so brutal. I don't know how.
I mean, he just goes at him until the sun comes up, right?
Because he drives stakes,
doesn't have anything. He doesn't have the swords that are able to kill.
He doesn't have a black meteorite sword, right?
So it's just one of those things where he's out there just, and I mean, again, it shows him the demon into pieces with heavy things or sharp things keeping him in place.
Head crushed by a boulder, no arms, no legs. Like he's just like terrorize this demon.
Yeah.
Sun comes up, fades away finally. He walks back to his house, collapses on the way there, goes in to see like his brother, to see if his brother's okay. Turns out probably not, because he's a kid and he just lost his arm and probably bled out, right? And that's kind of the situation we walk into, is basically the last moments for Yuichiro. What he hears is a prayer. And it's pretty heartbreaking, because these are Yuichiro's last words. You're at the point, and his point in life right now, he's probably lost his mind. Right? He's probably not coherent. He's probably just saying things that are going in one ear, like there's, he doesn't know his brother's there. Okay. But his brother, and if you remember earlier, they got into a fat fight,
right?
Where
they've been. I mean,
his brother's
talking. Always been constantly berating him, and then they got in a fight, and then they haven't talked for probably I think what they're trying to say is a minimum 3 months, if not longer.
It's like they have not talked. They don't talk at all. And so you hear Yuichiro's prayer, and he's saying, "Please spare my brother. He's kind-hearted." And ends up building him up a lot, and kind of like siding with him on his mentality in one sense too. There is a bit of I've always known that Muichiro is not like a thing that he tells Muichiro earlier is the moon Muichiro means meaningless,
right.
or something like that, And then he goes, no, I've always known that the moon Muichiro means something else, and what it actually means is infinity, which is because Japanese and the characters in Japanese are built of different words that come to the name. Infinity is in, I believe, the characters of Muichiro.
Heck
the
yeah.
word is so, or they use the word to build that name. So Muichiro remembers all this, and then I guess we gotta. I don't know if I call this he gets a mark on his face. Okay, he gets a tattoo on his face like Tanjiro gets.
When Tanjiro yells and he gets the mark on his head, this guy goes like this, and then he gets a mark on his head.
He doesn't do that at all. He just all of a sudden he gets clouds on his face, and then moves at top speed and destroys all the fish attacking him in Gotetsu. Crazy. Love it.
Love it.
Can't get enough of it. Gyoko destroys the whole fish hut.
with his like little like
Yeah.
freaking hentai
yeah.
pot.
I guess like I guess like Muichiro goes in there, but the fight begins. Okay.
Right, yeah, he goes in
Yeah.
there. I mean, this dude's still attacking this guy. The dude's making his sword, and then explosion.
Yep.
Hut is gone.
He does the octopus tentacles.
Oh yeah.
Yurichi or Muichiro. Tokito. I'm gonna call him Tokito now. I'm tired of saying Muichiro.
Okay, Tokito.
Tokito. Now his brother's dead. We can stop talking about him.
Okay.
Tokito cuts through he cuts through the octopus, which he couldn't do earlier at first, or like I probably couldn't have done without his marker on his face. And the fight begins, and it's Tokito versus Gyoko. Who I need to apologize. I think I got the names mixed up for the past 2 episodes and called this guy Hunting Getsu and the other guy Gyoko. Listeners, I'm sorry.
Whoopsies.
That's my bad.
He doesn't even watch this show.
I hate this show so much. It's a garbage show. Trash, mid-tier.
Fucking hates
D
it.
tier on the tier list, and there's only 4 tiers.
Fucking-
A, S, 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 S,
No,
S, S,
B,
S.
O, B's. Oh,
Okay.
what?
So, fight begins. Muichiro is kind of showing his prowess, and he's getting the one-up on Gyoko a lot.
A lot.
And then there's this moment in the very end, which I want to talk about. And so the music comes in, and they start putting his brother's dialogue over the combat, which is gorgeous, by the way,
Yeah,
which is stupid
such
pretty.
a good job on that.
Yeah, like just ufotable, just what the hell, dude? Like the prettiest action ever. Like not ever, but like some of the prettiest action on TV, if not the prettiest, right?
It's up there.
It's
dude.
it's insane quality.
Top 3 for sure, if not number 1 right now. So
and his brother says, I know like Muichiro, like the Moon Muichiro, what he really has is like if he's fighting for someone else, he can stretch his power infinitely. That's kind of how it ends. Now, is that literal or not? Who knows?
Or no, he says he doesn't say. He says all he says is the move for Muichiro. I know what it means. It actually means infinity.
Well, he says that before the fight begins. What he says at the very last
okay.
moment when he brings the slash down on Gyoko's tentacles is he says the move when fighting for others you can exert infinite strength,
right? Okay,
or something like that.
Yes,
You know
that is true. He does say that. Yeah.
Now, whatever that means is whatever that means. But we do remember that our boy is directly descended from the first swordsman breather, right?
Yes.
And he destroyed demons as an untrained kid without getting hurt. So
it is fair.
This kid is not a bitch.
He's not a bitch. Okay.
Yeah. Muichiro, people would probably put, in terms of power, would put him in top 3 or 4. That's what I would do, at least. I would put him above Gyo. I would put him above only people I put above Muichiro is Gyome, Sanemi, and that's probably it. I think Muichiro is that buff.
Hell yeah.
So let's see some good shit, dude. Next episode's gonna be sick.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Comments or no? I know I went through that one like beat by beat. Part of that's just because I love that episode so much.
No, it was a beautiful episode. I do think legitimately this was one of the most beautiful episodes of anime I've seen in such a long time. The art was so clean. Like the music was on point. Just like the voice, every single thing, like you said, it felt like a movie. I felt like I was watching a 25-30 minute movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love it. I mean, Demon Slayer legitimately has, I feel like this was the one I was the least excited to watch this season. Like honestly, like I mean, I'm excited for it, but
whatever, right?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like more Demon Slayer. You're gonna get what you're gonna get, and it is the episode that I'm waiting for the most every single week. I'm like, dude, I can't wait for more of this, and it's pretty much the only anime that I feel like hasn't disappointed at all this season so far.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I think it's been pretty on point.
I mean,
but Mashle's
only done
recap episode.
The recap episode kind of just fucks it, and that's hypothetically no one's fault. Yeah. I don't know if there's like strikes going on. I think that there are. So I mean, like I know there's a huge writer's strike here. I don't know if that's going on everywhere. I mean, like so I think like maybe that's.
I mean, the animation.
I think the AI shit is really like pissing people off. So there's a lot of strikes going on for that.
The animation industry in Japan's pretty bad.
Oh, of course.
So underpaid, overworked.
Of course.
That's kind of the.
Give them time off. Give them more money.
Yep.
Like
so
I am.
Not everyone.
I am for like if we have to wait, like if they're doing the thing that I don't understand is the amount of time of waiting, and then it's like it just feels like they rush them. It feels like they're all like working other things. It's like, dude, give these people some breaks.
I mean, budget limits, and it's a delicate dance. Delicate dance. I'm not going to try
Yeah.
and act like I know how TV
I
shows are
don't.
made. I will say that Ufotable is known to be treating their animators very well. Probably because they animated the most popular foreign film in the world.
That's
So
true.
I shouldn't say foreign film, but Japanese film in the
Yeah.
world, obviously, and the most successful Japanese film ever. So
Ever.
kind of probably deserve to be making a lot of money.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
anyways, there's not a whole lot of comments. A lot of them are people bickering. There's too much backstory.
What?
Not really
I
too
feel
much.
like the
but
top. There was like a one that was like 5.2 thousand.
yeah. Oh,
likes.
There's not everywhere. Like these are some good ones up top, obviously.
Just
but-
read the best top ones.
Yeah,
And
the
then fuck
top-
off on everyone.
They
else.
really did miss Breathing Justice for real. These episodes are getting better and better. I agree.
Mhm.
That's Free James.
I agree.
Yep. Free James once again also said anyone else in the fields over Muicho's backstory. That's some insane trauma. No duh. Yeah. And then the last one I will say is because I think this one needs to be said, but it's just kind of a given. Biddle 214. All the Hashiras have tragic backstories. That's why they're Hashiras.
Yeah. There was also one on there that said something about making a 40-year-old man cry.
That was a comment to some, or
I don't know.
that might have been, yeah. Well, yeah, 40-year-old. You've done it. Being a 40-year-old
It's
man
like,
cry.
yeah, it's, well, it's like, hey, I'm 40 years old and anime still makes me cry.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
would have
yeah.
known or whatever? And I just remember going like, yeah, like it's great. Like the amount of detail in the story was so well. And again, it felt pretty much like a movie too. Like the scenes that they did, the shots, quote unquote, that they were doing, very, very good. So all for it. Love it. Obviously 10 out of 10 for me. What do you think?
It's so high in the tens.
It's it's like as high as we'll crank it that shit to 11, dog. It's
Yeah.
an 11.
Yeah.
And the
I was.
backstory is good and needed, so
I was-
anyone who doesn't think so can fuck
Yeah.
right off. This is how you do backstory.
I just think
motherfuckers.
like Demon Slayer lives on
This is how you
breathes.
I just ate that microphone.
Like Demon Slayer lives and breathes and dies on its characters. Like I get that people love the action and the action's super pretty and I'm glad it's there, but the reason that people like love the action so much is because they're tied to the characters they also love.
Yes.
Like we don't have Demon Slayer or good Demon Slayer without the good backstory.
100%.
You know, and I think if you want to not connect with characters, then you can go watch stuff like the Fate Stay series, you know, which is great. But it's always been animation fights first, character second there.
That has god tier animation.
Yeah. And you can argue with me on that if you want, by the way, that Fate Stay has weaker characters than Demon Slayer. But
I mean, I don't think you can argue that.
Yeah,
I think it's 100% that
or
they have weaker characters.
go watch Blood Barricade or whatever it was. Bloodworks Barricade.
I never saw
Where
that.
it's like yeah, you've seen clips of it. It's also insanely gorgeous. Or that one Tai Chi one that's on and from China. It's really cool.
Well, that's because China fucking loves to make their shit look yummy.
It looks delicious. Sorry, I was going through Crunchyroll to pull up a Mashle, and I saw a picture of an anime called Phoenix, and it was the first manga I ever read as a 9-year-old. I didn't know it was a TV show, so I'm gonna watch it because I had no idea that was there. I didn't know they made a series out of that.
Man, that's sick, dog.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad you found that.
Mashle, it is
Wait, what did you rate it?
10. Oh, so far into the 10s, I said. It's super 10.
No, what did I rate it?
You rated 10 also.
Psy gives a 10.
Okay.
We're going to do Mash Your Butthole.
Mashle. Dude.
Ashel.
And again, like just top tier anime, you know? Mashle is
I mean,
so good.
we finally hit it, guys.
Yeah.
Mashal now will be almost all fun, action, and comedy from here on out.
It's probably gonna be all fights now, right?
Yeah, because this is literally
Yep.
where it starts.
This is the start of the fights,
and it will do this thing where it goes whoop and then goes down for like probably legitimately an episode or two. I feel like I don't think you could go longer than that, and then it goes up.
Yeah, I think
up.
we'll have
So-
like 5 minutes of downtime, probably 10 minutes at most.
So from here on out,
Yeah.
guys, and I think this is a 24. So I mean, they are taking a break in the middle,
well,
but
so it's a 2-core
it's a 2-core
24.
season
So
one.
it's first core is in winter, second core is in fall, I believe.
Yeah.
Right. So it's still a while away, but
I'm excited.
or summer maybe. I think it's in no, because summer's next time.
No,
No,
I'm
spring's
pretty
next.
sure
So it's summer, not fall. Is it? It's fall, like
It's
in
fall.
October.
Yeah.
Okay, not like in July.
I don't think so, because
Okay.
this is the summer, or this is spring.
This is
This
winter.
is spring.
This is spring. Sorry.
Yeah, we're in spring.
I'm so backwards, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're
you're
right.
good.
You're
You
right.
were
We're
thinking
already
it was
in
winter.
We're already in
We're
spring.
spring. It won't be in summer. I think it's in fall.
Yeah. So
What we
fall.
do get in
Okay.
summer is Bleach season 2, baby. Have you seen that new promo? Get on
and
it.
solo leveling, which will be
Oh, and solo
yeah,
leveling.
which will be fun.
Yeah,
And there's
dude,
JJK, I think next.
Yeah, I
in
think you're
summer,
right. I think we're gonna have a busy anime season
which is
again.
I'm stoked for.
Me too, bro.
So Mashle's. Let me get the episode name. Sorry, I didn't get it up. Yet.
Mashle is called King of the Butts.
Mash, Burn Dead, and the Puppet Master.
Ah.
So this one's pretty straightforward too. The first half of this episode is kind of like the resolution of that encounter where Mash just walked into the Magia Lupus.
Yeah.
Right. There is a small tuffle because they won his golden coin. They think they get it. They don't get it. It's amazing. So that's the first thing. The second part of the show is Mashle was given some punishment for punching the VP. Kneeing the VP. My bad.
Right.
I got that wrong. My bad.
punching
Kneeing the VP of the school. So he said you have to clean the owlery, and I was like, cool. This is stupid. So
the owlery.
Yeah. So owlery. Owlery.
Owlery.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it's a hard word to say. It's not a word we use anymore.
Owlery.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but it's just from Harry Potter also in Hogwarts Legacy.
Is that real? There's a owlery? Fuck!
It's a location in the game. Yeah, owlery.
What?
Yeah, you can go to the owlery in that game. It's really cute.
Dude, how is this show not getting sued the fucking shit out of it?
I don't know. I'm okay with it so far.
Me too. I love it. I think it adds to the humor.
I mean, it's already
Way more.
it's already passed those checks to have been sued.
Can I be super real? This is much better. This is gonna get a lot of hate, but this show is so much fucking better than Harry Potter. My God.
Well, it's in our medium. It's what we want, you know.
It's exactly. But I'm just saying.
And there's actually, and Harry Potter's never been known for its quote unquote fights. This show has just got fun fights.
Yeah. I mean, I will say the Harry Potter game did do a good job of making fights a lot more interesting.
This is a real thing. This show, music does not have anything on the Harry Potter music. My music is iconic and very well done.
No,
it's
really good. It's really
good. Just kidding.
Dude, you fucking got me. I was like, I remember this song, and then
Star Wars.
that was good, bro.
So the second part of this episode is Mash there. Lance comes and helps out, and then
boys now.
2 members of the Magia Lupus come to try and take him down. And our 2 members are Waterfield Shark Boy, who throws Mash into the water. Mash doesn't know how to swim and then drowns. And so he jumped. So that guy like literally uses magic on himself and transforms into an actual great white shark, and then goes in there, and that is sealed off, and they're doing their thing. And then Lance has to fight this dumbass who just says the most obvious shit in the world, who throws shurikens. That's all he does.
Yeah, I guess his power is pretty lame.
Oh, he's super lame. I'm sure he's actually fairly strong with just the straight utility of being able to throw those fast and control them well.
Right.
But
comparatively to, I feel like a lot of the other people.
You're talking about someone who can control gravity, and you're throwing something at him. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, I do love how...
the owl bit.
So the whole idea is... Like this guy, what's his name with the blue hair again?
Lance.
Lance is getting pretty much his ass kicked by this guy because every single time he's about to use his gravity magic, there's owls in the way. He's like, well, I don't want to kill these innocent owls or hurt them. And so what does he do to make them go away?
He used Graviola on a shovel, which is weird because he was able to pinpoint it there, but he couldn't do it super hard. So he pinpointed the shovel, and the shovel went down and cut open a bird feed sack, basically. And that drew all the owls to it.
Right, and then he just fucking whomps this guy.
And then he just lays the fattest of dookies right on top of his head, bro. Just the fattest of dookies. So good. Fattest
of dookies?
Yeah. Just a big old pile of shit right on his forehead, dude. Just Graviola that on him. It's perfect. And then the other fight is even funnier because the shark guy gets down there and goes, okay, time to do this, But then something goes by him super fast, and he goes, That was weird. I thought something went by me really fast. Also, where's this dude that was down here? He couldn't swim earlier. And then it goes to Mash. As he's going like right by him. He goes,
And he's like,
actually, I found out I could swim.
dude, so
It's
one
so
of the funniest and stupidest things is like the show just took something, right? So like when you're reading it, you're like, oh my God, like what's he gonna do? He can't escape or whatever. And then he's like, oh yeah, actually I can swim. I just didn't know I knew how to swim. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
so that's the solution. That's the solution to the problem.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like psych.
It's like I'm just
And
better.
I feel like they do that a lot. It's like psych. And
Yeah.
okay.
So I think this is probably my favorite part of the episode.
I
is
think
when Mash does his continual like jabs into his stomach with
because
with
he's
his
swimming.
He's just swimming into this guy, and then I feel like, dude, I was watching, I was like, dude, like if Mash is as strong as he's been previously, this guy should be ripped in half. Like this guy should be
Well,
in
you gotta
half
remember,
after this.
water. You can't. It's like more resistance for punching.
Yeah, you got to
That's
remember
the
it's
only
Mash
reason,
burned dead.
I know, but that's the only reason I'm kind of giving it that.
And you saw
He
how
also transformed himself into like a hella buff.
and you saw how fast he was
shark.
going in there. That's gotta be like,
Bro, I know he should be dead. He
this
should
guy
be
should
ripped
be
in
dead.
half.
The last thing we get for this episode though is a new guy showing up to get his comrades,
Mm-hmm.
and this new guy is very fast, faster than Mash, I think, not really, but
All right. Well,
compares himself as being similar to Mash because he realizes Mash has no magic.
yeah, or at least exactly. That's
Yeah,
what he's
like,
putting
you
one and
can't-
two
yeah.
together because he's like
Crazy
He
eye too.
attacked me and because he did a slight little bit of damage on like the mask, and he said, oh, like he must be like me,
Yeah.
and then his eye glows and
Yeah.
he leaves.
Yeah, it's a crazy looking eye too.
Wow, that was annoying.
so-
Sorry, guys.
No, I just realized I kind of skipped over the part where he escaped from the puppet master dude. I wanted to say that a puppet had restrained Mash. His coin was being stolen by the puppet and being thrown to the leader of Magia Lupus.
Mhm.
That I can't remember his name. And Mash ripped a button off the puppet, spit it, knocked the coin back into his possession by inhaling it, and duped the guy into thinking the guy got the coin the whole time.
Right.
I
kind of forgot. Honestly,
it's so
when
unbelievable
when
to
he
me.
had it in his hand, I was like, oh yeah, fuck. He's because he takes his enemy, which was one of the puppets, because he knocked it out and it turned back into the guy. He's like, I'm gonna take him to the ER or to the med room or whatever. I'll be
Silva,
back
which
to
is
that
Silva
later.
from the last episode
from
that
Silva
Mash
from the
beat the
last
shit out
episode.
of. Like,
Yeah.
that's a cool moment. The Mash goes and takes him to the. He's like, "Are you running? Are you running? Or are you giving up on the gold coin?" He goes, "No, I'm just prioritizing."
Right.
So,
Yeah. So I thought it was cool
Yeah.
because, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess he comes back and like fights them for it. But then when he was like, it's a button, he's like, what the fuck? I was just like, damn.
I like how
dude.
the girl was like, "I think I saw something, but it's unbelievable."
Yeah, and he's just like he puts it in his mouth, shoots it, and she
Yeah.
grabs the button, puts it in his mouth, shoots it, hits the coin, and then
Sucks
it
it
in like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. It's not the first time they've done it. It's
No.
just so funny when they do it though.
I know. I think it's my favorite part when they're like, I saw something I don't believe, and it's from their perspective, right?
Well,
So
that's-
it's not even showing you in time;
Yeah.
it's just showing you from their perspective.
That's
And I'm
what
like,
happened when Mash rode the broom really fast,
Right.
and everyone was like, "Whoa, new world record!" You
It's
know. And then one guy's like, "I saw something, but I couldn't believe it." Like he threw it and caught up to it.
yeah.
I love Mash.
Me too, man.
Yeah, let me look at the comments and see if there's anything worth. There probably is something worth saying.
Maybe something, but I will
Um,
say for sure this episode it gave me everything I want. Like I was laughing, it gave me some fun action, and it's getting me excited for more. So that's why we already said it was a 10, but that's
Yeah.
a 10.
Zekanov does say the recap made me wait a week. This is going to be fire. I know it, and I do want to say he was right.
He was right.
I am not happy about the recap still, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
but it is what it is.
Yeah. 4 beast and 1 of me. I'm freaking dead. What is that in reference to?
I'm freaking dead.
Okay. I don't remember what that's in reference to.
I don't either.
The sound he makes while swimming had me dying. Yeah, it's so good.
Very good.
Mash and cream puffs are the only pre-workout you'll ever need.
Honestly, it's true. If you're like, man, I wish. What is like your model to get big? It's Mashle, bro.
Yeah. That's gonna be it, man. That's fine.
No,
10
yeah,
out of
it's
10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you're not watching it, you should watch it. And
Excellent.
guess what? You can read it and watch it because they're
Yeah.
equally as good.
And there's
as the
better fights
comedy.
coming up too. I just think the comedy in this fight is just done well. I think this fight's obviously kind of the goal of it was to show the bottom of the list, but also kind of show like, hey, Magia Lupus is still not a joke because the other guy's
Right.
meant to be, you know.
I mean, it's also
Yeah.
to show a little bit of like, okay, like Mashle's pretty good, and then like his buddies are good. Like it's showing you kind of like we've kind of seen the power of each person so far,
Yeah.
and like the group. I feel like so we're starting to just they're just
Yeah.
amplifying that with now enemies.
Yeah, I think you haven't seen enough Dot yet, but we will.
Yeah,
So
Dot.
I love Dot. Dot's one of my favorites.
Dot is amazing.
That's it for us. Anime of the week, I think, is kind of obvious, but even though they're both 10s,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna throw
Hell's
my.
Paradise.
It's even though they're both 10s, it's still somehow platinum end. It's been that way for 2 years now. Demon Slayer is just
Demon Slayer.
It's easy for me for Demon Slayer. So
Demon Slayer, man, it was so good. Mwah.
yeah.
Chef's kiss.
We are going to go jump on stream. We started a new series.
Mhm.
If you watched last week, it was Rule of Rose, which is
Rule of Rose.
Capcom's.
The Resident Evil.
Well, I mean, they made
I was gonna
Resident
say
Evil,
Capcom
but
made Resident
like
Evil.
this was their attempt to strike iron with a different franchise, but did not do well at all. But it is a very well made franchise still. Tank controls much like Resident Evil, but we're going to be playing that. It's around the same length as Resident Evil, but this will be a first playthrough for both Joel and I.
Yeah, we never did
So,
it before.
Probably 5 to 6 hours, so maybe a month and a half. We'll see. But
Yeah.
come join us on the stream.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yep.
Go ahead and say some shit on there, and yeah, we love you guys. We appreciate the support. I mean, I'll be honest, we've been getting a lot more listeners, so thank you for
Have we really?
just listening. Yeah, we're around 75 of you guys are listening per week. It feels
Holy
like.
shit, dude! You guys, what's up, guys?
So
Oh man.
yeah.
Oh man.
We're just growing little by little, and that's how we like it. So we appreciate you, and I know.
Yeah, it's amazing because we're wrong a lot too. Like on a factual level, like we say a lot of stuff that's just wrong, and we never go back and correct that
Yeah,
shit
that's
ever.
true, ever.
I think me telling you I switched the names of Demon Slayer Upper Moon
That's
is
crazy.
like the first time we've done that in a long time.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening to us. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. And yeah, I mean, again, we really like streaming, and it won't really get involved like in front of like the podcasting. But yeah, I mean, keep us for sure involved in all of that. If you guys do like streaming, we do that. So,
Yeah, I mean, if we're a podcast for the people. If we love to stream personally, but if no one's ever going to watch it, we might. We'll talk about it.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Much love to everyone who listens. Thank you so much. Tag us and stuff. Share us with a friend.
Follow,
Follow, like, rate us. We all the same bullshit. Love you all.
All
Talk
the
to you
same.
soon. S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S S.
Meow.